everybody. My name is Tolu, and I'm here to present to you or to persuade you to always write an effective resume to suit each job type when you apply for any job application. Okay, so my name is Tolu, like I said before, and I have experience in this field because I have a master's in business administration in human resource specialty, and I'm also a member of the Society for Human Resource Management. So I think I'm credible to talk about it. Plus, I've had experience in training people on how to effectively write a resume, and so I'm competent also in this aspect. So now is my outline. I'm going to talk about what the problem is. Why do we need to talk about this? Why do you guys need to listen to me? Why should I convince you to write an effective resume? Because we all in here, we're going to go out there looking for jobs, right?
Yes.
Yes. So we need to put ourselves first. We need to make them put our resumes first, so that we can always get a spot in the interview position. So that's the problem. And I'm going to talk about the plan that I'm going to offer to you, and then the objectives, how to overcome it, and then the resume, what a resume is, and what people think a resume is. Then examples of bad resume, and then I'll explain further the better plan, and then I'll persuade you at the end, and then my sources. So now, what is the problem? A lot of people don't get through to the interview stage because that's the first stage when you're going to go for a job interview. Why? Because they don't do a good job on their resume. A lot of people have just one resume, and when they want to apply for a job, they give that same resume to all the jobs. That's not right. That is not a good selling point for yourself, because you're actually selling yourself. So now, the plan I have for you will help improve the situation. It helps get you at the door of getting the job, or it might actually get you the job. So now, the objective. A lot of people overcoming objective. A lot of people don't actually want to go this route that I'm going to tell you because they feel it's stressful or expensive, or that it might take a lot of time. But asking you now, which one would you prefer? To go through the stress and then get a job, or not to go through the stress and not get a job? Which one? To get the job, right? Okay. So now I'm going to take you through a short discussion on what a resume is. A resume is a 1 or 2 page document that tells you about yourself. It's a marketing tool. Just like we've been learning in this class, we sell ourselves. Like the elevator speech we've been going through, we all sell ourselves in as little as 1 minute, because it's the time it takes you to go through the elevator up and down. So also it's a resume. A resume is it actually takes less than 1 minute to sell yourself, because the job recruiters don't have the time to go through piles of resumes to get the best person for the job. So they have, each resume most times have like 15 seconds to 40 seconds maximum to get through the job. So you have to first impress, you have to make a first impression. Since you're not there to sell yourself, what you wrote down on your resume is what is going to sell you. So you have to make a first impression in order to stand out from the crowd, from the remaining people. So now, a resume tells who you are. You are not there to show yourself, but the resume is here to show you. So if your resume is neat, it shows you're a neat person. If your resume is well organized, it shows that you're a well organized person. If your resume is error-free, it shows that you actually pay attention to details, and then there's no error there. And if it has a professional appearance, that means you're careful and competent during the preparation of your resume. Then, what people think resume is, that's what resume is now. People think resume is like a document that you just send to all job posts or job applications, but no, it is not. A lot of people think that resume tells your life history. It is not. Okay, so this is an example of a bad resume. And why is it bad? There are a lot of things wrong with it. First of all, you don't even put your resume, you don't put it in the bullet points all through, or centralize it. It needs to be visible, it needs to be clearly seen, the text is too tiny. And the font size, you need to make this stand out. The font size are all the same. This is another bad resume because it's too crowded. This is another one. It shows like an American flag. The red, the blue, the black. So it's too distracting. This is another resume. It shows like I'm applying for a fun fair, or something not serious. It doesn't show any seriousness in this. Okay. So now is my plan for you. Now is the better plan. Okay. So, what should be included in the resume? The name, permanent address. So this is an example. This is my resume, and this is how a resume should look like. First of all, you should have your personal information in the top, on the top header, and you should have your name, your address, your phone number, and your email address. That's the basic information. You don't need to put your gender, except if you're applying for a position that is gender specific, but you don't need to put your gender in there. You don't need to put your date of birth, except if the job requires it. So first of all, before you go into this, you need to look at each job application. Just for instance, I'm trying to apply for a position of a human resource consultant. I look at the job, maybe in PricewaterhouseCoopers or in Google. I look at what the job requirement. I look at it and say, okay, do I fit into this position? If yes, I need to put in the points they put as a requirement. I need to put it into my resume or see how I've done that in the past, so that it will align together and they know that I have experience in it. And also, you also need to state your career objective. Your career objective should not be something that should be too needy, like you're in need of it. It should show something that, like you want to help them, not them wanting to help you. Okay, so it should show what you contribute to the organization, and not that you are seeking for favor from them. So then your education. Your education should be in chronological order, the order in which, from reverse chronological order. And also, you can put your GPA if you're a really good high pointer in your class. But if you have like 2.5, 1 point, you don't need to put it because it just sells you very low. Okay? And then everything should also be well edited. Then your experience. You need to put the experience that is relevant to the course, to the job you are applying for. If the experience is not relevant and you have so many things to put in there, then take the irrelevant one out. You don't need to occupy it and push a lot of information in there. And so it should also include your job title, the dates of employment, the company name, the city, and the state. Also your responsibilities too. You should use bullet points. You tailor your skills down to what you're applying for. That means the skills required in the job application sheet should be the same with what you put in your resume. But you have to be truthful because you should have had those skills in your previous work, or you should have gone for those skill training. Okay. So honors and award. If you've done a good job, maybe in high school or in the university or during your course of your work, you can put it in there. That shows like credibility, shows that you've actually had experience in it and you're good in that area. And so the recruiters want to see that. That's what sells you. Also, affiliations, the activities you've done. So for me, this is how I put mine. Yeah, what I appreciate the skills I have and the membership. And when you're putting membership or affiliation, you don't summarize, you don't abbreviate it. You spell it out because it's not all recruiters that know the meaning of your membership or the awards you've gotten. So when you're also writing, don't use I, me, then include your references. And then you don't need to include your social security number, your height, your weight, your photograph. A lot of people do that and it's just like out of the door when you see that. So in conclusion, I would like to persuade you all. I've shown you, having gone through the good, the bad resume, and having told you what the resume is, and having told you what me as a recruiter will always look at when I'm interviewing people. I would like you all to take this step to go always research the job or the company before applying for your before applying for the job. You research the company, you research the job type, and then you know what they require, and then you see if you have that requirement. You put that requirement in your resume, and then you submit your resume. You sell yourself. It shouldn't be more than 2 pages maximum. Thank you very much.